evening, and welcome back to Perfect Date. I hope you're ready for more weirdness. I'm not sure I am, but it should be interesting getting to know the cats and other characters, and see how the whole werecat thing goes. Okay, so after that weird night of chasing the elder cats, we're back at camp. After a rather painful journey, I am very grateful to finally limp back at the camp. I have just enough time to get myself tidy up for work, and I'm about to peel off my filthy pajamas when I hear my catalog beeping. I have a message, but I can't tell who it's from. It's not from any of the contacts that Professor Popper programmed into it. In fact, there's no contact information at all. It's Satan! Unknown number. Are you sure it is wise to trust everyone? Anyone? What on earth does that mean? Yeah, good question. Who is this? Yeah, good question. There's a lot you don't know. Think carefully about who you confide in. Okay, sure. Thanks, Satan, for the tip. Before I can think of a reply, the messages are gone, and my catalog has no record of them. I don't have any time to think about this right now. I need to get ready. That seems like a little bit more of a pressing matter. As soon as I'm presentable, I head over to the lab. I'm 10 minutes late. It doesn't give a good impression on my first morning. I'm sure they'd understand if you said I got kidnapped by dangerous cats and Satan's texting me, sorry. Ah, right, good to see you. I was beginning to worry. Did you oversleep on your first day? Oh, they got the kitties in cages. Poor kitties. Terribly sorry, sir. I think the traveling and all the excitement of yesterday. I take punctuality very seriously, I do. I hate being late, it drives me nuts. He cuts across my apology. Not to worry, it's perfectly understandable. You'll find I'm quite relaxed about most things. As long as you get the work done, I don't much mind what hours you keep. Nice. Thank you, sir. So, shall we get started? My goodness, what on earth happened to you? Werecats. He's looking at the scratches all over my hands. Oh, I fell, and I tried to save myself by grabbing onto a bush? Not a secret drinker, are you, Rain? Yeah, because scratches all over someone's hand. I don't think that really relates to drinking. Oh, no, sir, look, I'm like, drinking, no! I'm a bit of a lightweight, to tell you the truth. Just teasing. We have to get those hands sorted out, though. They look pretty nasty to me. He goes to the tall metal cabinet in the corner and takes out a bottle and some cotton wool. Wouldn't cotton wool hurt? He begins cleaning and tending to my hands while he talks. For today, I'd like you to help me with a few tasks around the lab to get the hang of things. But from tomorrow, I'll let you take your own choices about how best to carve up your time. Of course, you are primarily here to carry out your job as my research assistant. However, try to make the most of your time on the island. Once your work is completed, we'll be saying goodbye. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so don't waste it all in the lab. Okay. Naturally, I need your help around here. But I'd also like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. But not so dirty that your cuts get infected. Make sure you spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place, and there's a lot to see. Take the time to get to know the cats. A full understanding of their behavior is crucial to our research. There's plenty to see and do. However, you must be careful not to overwork. Take regular rest and relaxation. What are you, my mother? We don't want you to burn yourself out now, do we? I'll try to get the balance right. That's the spirit. So there you are. He's done a first-class job on my wounds, and they aren't bothering me nearly as much. I spend the rest of the day with the professor, getting to know the various pieces of equipment in the lab. I spend the rest of the day with the professor, getting to know how the various pieces of equipment in the lab work, finding out where everything is, and learning some of the basic duties I will be performing routinely. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted. I make my way to my tent, hopefully for a less traumatic night. I'm about about to flop down on my bed when I see a package poking out from underneath it. Why is there a package under my bed? It's the reports that Kibbles promised to deliver. The cats were right. The previous person barely made a start on producing an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do anything? What if I can't do any better? Will I just turn into a cat? Probably. I decide that's not an option and resolve to get going on my own research into it tomorrow. Yeah, I would recommend that highly. My instincts tell me that the cats will be a good starting point. I have a feeling they know a lot more than they're prepared to tell me. I mean that they're prepared to tell you. I need to gain their trust and see if I can't get them to open up a bit. I'm sure I'll make more progress if I focus on one at a time. Yeah, romance them to give them your secrets. I'm optimistic that one-to-one sharing will prove fruitful. It's a small glimmer of hope. Tonight, I'm not fit for anything. I can barely even write my journal before I fall asleep. The first morning I'm waking up on the island. Well, I guess you did wake up, but it wasn't exactly morning. More like day 2. I'm so excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump right into lab research, or maybe it'd be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself? Perhaps a good starting point would be to get to know the cats a little better on a one-to-one basis. What should I do today? Just go back to sleep. Romance. Okay, so like it looks like it'll take energy out, but I'll make progress on things. Let's go talk to the cats. Which cat should I date? Oh, I can't. I have to only pick from these two? Mystery cat. What? It looks like a box? A very boxy looking cat. McMurphy or Snooty Booty? I love how their faces change. It's so cute! I think I'm gonna go with Snooty Booty just because I love that name so much. Snooty Booty it is. I'm splayed out like a starfish on the beach in my bathing clothes. It's a sweltering hot day, and I find it hard to concentrate on my work, so here I am. I let the cool sea wash over my feet and legs as I lay back on the sand. If I did that in real life, I would be burnt in 5 minutes. I hear a long, loud sigh coming from somewhere nearby, and I sit up to see where it came from. Snooty Booty, in repose, under the shade of a palm tree, is looking about her with a concerned expression, one that I've never really seen a cat make before. I go over to her to see if I can help with something. Hey baby, you want to date me? Are you okay, Snooty Booty? She lets out another long, wistful sigh. To be quite frank with you, human, no, I am not okay. Oh, look at the little storm cloud over her head. Poor kitty. I cannot expose this delicate skin of mine to the sun, but there is something I need to retrieve from further down the beach. It's quite the predicament. Oh, right. Want me to fetch it for you? Oh, would you really be so kind, human? I would be very grateful. Sure, it's no problem. We can't have you putting that delicate skin of yours at risk, can we? Snooty Booty looks grave. Indeed not. Skincare must come above all else, don't you know? Sure. One must never expose one's skin to the elements, human. It really is quite aging. Well, for me it's more of a I burn to a crisp. I get completely red and my skin peels off, but aging is the second concern there. One must also never get stressed if one wishes to retain one's youthful aura, which is rather difficult on this frightful island. Oh, I know, believe me. Scratches all over my hands. Tell me about stressful. How do you know? Are you stressed? Oh no, that would upset me terribly. Really? That's sweet of you. Of course, you really are a precious thing. I do hope you are finding your time here pleasant. How nice. Don't worry about me, Snooty Booty. I can't say that seriously. Now, what was it you'd like me to get for you? Well, before I tell you, I must ask you don't inform the others of the whereabouts of this particular item. Okay. It's very dear to me, you see. One of the few luxuries I have all to myself. Of course, that's no problem. I look so determined. I can be discreet when I need to be. I do hope so, human. You see, along the beach just south of here, there's a tree which bears the ripest of coconuts all year round. Like an ever coconut tree instead of an evergreen tree. It's quite splendid. The coconuts are always so sweet and creamy. I didn't know cats ate coconuts. That's weird. Snooty Booty looks as if she's lost in a wonderful dream. Coconuts. Sounds lovely? It is. I like to drink coconut water as often as I can, as it is so good for the skin and waistline. But the less civilized denizens of the island to keep knocking the coconuts down before they're fully matured. Fortunately, no one else seems to have discovered this particular tree yet. Well, okay, Snooty Booty, I'll try to find some coconuts for you. I'll be back soon. You have my thanks, human. Oh, I was gonna say, you could have my coconuts, but... I've been walking for a lot longer than Snooty Booty led me to believe. I'm not sure if this is even the right tree. They all look the same to me, although this one does seem to have more coconuts than the others. I decided to take a chance and bundle up as many as I can carry in my arms and haul them back to her ladyship. By the time I get back to Snooty Booty, I'm faint from the exertion, not to mention walking so far in the sun. I fall to my knees, panting in front of her. Here's your damn coconuts! Here you go, Boots. Oh, that's cute. She eyes the pile with a distinct air of disapproval. I only needed one coconut, human. Well, I'm an overachiever. Accept my coconuts. I love you. Oh. These are far too many. Well, I do apologize, madame. Tell me you didn't plunder the tree. No, there were plenty on the ground already, so... Oh well, that's a small mercy. At least you didn't hack them down. Hack them down? With what? My superior ninja skills? I'm a scientist. Well, your hands are rather large and leathery. Actually, I have small hands. Princess hands, as my family likes to say. Snooty Booty, I do not use my hands for deforestation. I use them for science. And petting cats. Well, I'm sure you did your very best. Although I really don't know what I'm going to do with so many coconuts. You could make them into a portable shade. So, like, you don't have to be in the sun, you just, like, make... That would be kind of difficult. It's an idea. You're welcome, I'm sure. I look down at the pile of coconuts, and it strikes me properly for the first time how strange it is that there are no creatures on the island to plunder them. What do you think it is, Snoots? Snoots Boots. That keeps the wildlife away from the island. Do you mean the magnetic barrier? Magnetic barrier? And didn't Professor Popper tell me about that? Oh, do keep up, human! I thought you were meant to be a scientist. I realized she must be referring to the force field that surrounds the island. Yeah, I already figured that out. Now, be a dear and crack one open for me. Can't you do it yourself? Like, how do you usually open them? With my enormous hands? Well, you could try, I suppose. I push down the irritation that is slowly rising in me and smile politely. Rips the coconut apart. On second thoughts, I'll be right back with a screwdriver. Oh, what? Snooty Booty looks horrified. Screwdriver! It's a sharp metal tool that bores into things. What on earth do you need one of those for? Driving screws. So that I can make a hole to get the water out of the coconut? How else would you propose I do it? Well, look around you, dear. Look at nature's bounties. What about that? Snooty gestures with a limp paw at a shard of rock nearby. Snoots, how do you usually get water out of the coconut when there isn't a human around? Exactly! Well, the exuberant Kibbles simply loves to break things. Had you not noticed? It's one of the few reasons I tolerate him, don't you know? I tolerate you because you break things for me. What a great friendship. Far better than one of your scroll dribblers, don't you think? I reach over and pick up the rock. It does look like it could actually do the job. Okay, let's give it a try. Here goes. Holding the coconut in a palm leaf, I gently tap the shell a few times with the stone before finally whacking it. It cracks open surprisingly easily, and the water drains into the leaf. There now. See how nature provides, human? Yep, again. You're welcome. Quite. Snooty Booty stretches her neck and then the upper body towards the leaf. She sticks her tongue out as far as it can go before raising her big eyes to me. I can't quite seem to... I suddenly realize what she's getting at. Maybe you should get up. Yeah. That one. No way. This is too much. This little princess is far too spoiled. I think it's high time she learned to do things for herself. Damn right. Is there something the matter, Snoots? Well, you've placed my libations slightly out of my reach. Oh dear, and you're so thirsty. Yes, that clearly is the predicament. So what are you gonna do about that, then? I beg your pardon? Well, it seems you are here, and your drink is all the way over there. However, are you going to quench your thirst? Are you speaking in riddles? Not really. More like parables. For instance, if the mountain won't come to Muhammad, maybe Muhammad should get off her little pink booty and get to the mountain herself. Snooty Booty looks at me, bemused. I'm sorry, who is Muhammad? In this situation, you are Muhammad. Snooty Booty gives me an exasperated look. Yeah, just confuse the cat. I have no time for your nonsense. I'm going to die of dehydration at this rate, human. She scoots awkwardly on her stomach until she gets within reach of the palm leaf, and delicately laps at it. That looks delicious. Snooty agrees without taking a break. You know, searching for those coconuts was thirsty. I look like we're about to kill her with the coconut. I'm sure it was. She's still laughing at the water. My throat's a bit scratchy, especially in this heat. Snooty Booty finally comes up for air. Quite. That's the beauty of the coconut, you see. So hydrating and most palatable, too. You really ought to try it sometime. How about now? I look down at the now dry palm leaf. Yes, that's a good idea, Boots. And the very best thing, after drinking coconut water, is to curl up and have a nap, you know? Beauty sleep is most important. Oh, is that so? Indeed, human. I suppose you have other things to do now? Well... Snooty Booty yawns and closes her eyes. I suppose I do. Sweet dreams, princess. She snores softly in reply. Okay then. Not quite the romantic partner that I was thinking of. Alright, what am I gonna do now? Let's go do some 14. Getting coconuts for Snooty Booty got me 1.4% on the antidote. Coconuts are part of it. And I'll have to do the work. Let's do some research. Okay, so we can do field work. We can catalog samples, or we can collect cats. I think I want to collect cats. Let's see what this is. It's a sunny afternoon. Most of the cats are lazing on the beach. Perfect! Like shooting fish in a barrel. Don't shoot the cats. I will shoot you. I double check my supply list. Crate, treats, sedatives, snare, catnip, antiseptic cream for myself. I've got everything. I have a sick feeling in my tummy, but I ignore it as best I can. This is going to be a challenge, but I'm pleased the professor is trusting me with the more physical tasks. I walk out onto the beach, feeling like the child catcher. That's a bit weird. I keep reminding myself that I'm doing this for the greater good, even if it makes me unpopular with the cats. I set up the crate in an unsuspecting location and keep the snare hidden behind my back. Well, you're just gonna stand there or just... Seems like a poor strategy. At first I stroll around, trying to look as casual as possible, whistling a tune as I walk. I get close to one of the smaller cats. I start to stroke her. I want this to be as painless as possible. The cat responds well to me. She even starts to purr gently. And then I betray her! Are you going to come with me? The cat looks at me with big, wide, loving eyes. Aw, come on then. I pick the cat up, carry her to the crate, and place her gently inside. I lock it shut, even though the cat makes no attempt to escape. Well, that went better than expected. This may be a good day after all. Emboldened by my success, I approach one of the slightly larger cats. Hey, matey, shall we get in the basket? I give him a little stroke. He doesn't respond badly, although he doesn't seem particularly interested either. I put my hands on either side of his body, ready to pick him up. He doesn't look happy about it and growls a warning at me. Hey, mister, it's going to be okay. We're just going on a little trip, alright? As soon as I start to lift, all hell breaks loose. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's just tear open my existing wounds. Yowling and hissing, he scratches my arms to ribbons. I try to get him into the basket, but he stretches out and I can't fit him in. Maybe pick a different cat. I know when I'm defeated, and I have to let him go. He scampers off into the distance. I look down at my ravaged arms. Jeez. Note to self, wear long sleeves when on caging duty. Especially when you already have scratches all over you. Let's try some recon. See what that is. Okay, so we have two options. Interviewing staff or secret source. I kind of want to investigate that message. Because that was just really weird. Yeah, let's go with that. I like the music. It sounds very much like I'm going to investigate a text from Satan. I hear my catalog beeping. I presume it's the professor. I tumble out of bed, half asleep, and fumble around looking for the device. Wait, why am I asleep? I hadn't finished the day yet, had I? Okay. I look at the screen, my eyes struggling to focus. The message isn't from the professor at all, there's no contact information. Is this just showing me what already happened? Oh! Another message. Come outside. No? Who is this? Come outside. No! They obviously aren't going to respond to my question. Should I do as the message tells me? No! But yes! That's such a hard choice. Because, like, logic says, mysterious text. That might be from Satan. Says go outside. You're like, no. That seems like a bad idea. That seems like how you get murdered in the night. On a weird island. But yes, because, like, that might help us figure out what's going on. No. It's the middle of the night. There's no way I'm going out on my own to meet up with someone who refuses to reveal their identity. I go back to bed, put my head under the pillow, and try to get back to sleep. I say try, because I can't. My catalog just keeps beeping over and over. Each time it's the same message. I consider turning it off, but hesitate. What if the professor needs me? I switch it to silent, but the vibration continues and begins to bore into my brain. Okay, you win. I'll follow your sketchy messages. I almost thought that said angrily undress myself. Like, what do you want? I angrily dress myself and crawl out of the tent. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. You know, just the weird devil cat standing behind the tree, licking its lips at me. Anyone out here? My catalog beeps again. Walk to the edge of the forest. So you can behead me? I'm not going any further until you tell me who you are. Walk to the edge of the forest. No. Good. Walk to the edge of the forest. Walk to the edge of the forest. Walk to the edge of the forest. Stop it! By now I realize I have walked to the edge of the forest. That's really creepy. At the edge of the forest, I see something on the ground. As I get closer, it becomes clear that it's a small posy of flowers. I gingerly pick them up and notice that several of the flower heads are missing. My catalog beeps again. Follow the petals. Well, that just seems like a weird, romantic setup. I'm not sure I'm into this romantic petals with creepy messages. Not into that. And that's when I see the trail of little orange petals, the same color as the bouquet I'm holding. Well, I've come this far, no turning back now. Actually, you could. I begin to walk. I'm nervous, so I call out, "Hello?" You gotta be that one person in the horror movie who calls out hello and then gets stabbed. No answer. Louder this time. "Hello?" Yeah, that's not gonna work. "Hello? Hello? Who's that? Who goes there?" I just love Floofy Butt's face. "Major? Is that you, Floofy Butt?" "I really wish you wouldn't call me that, human. What on earth do you think you're playing at? Cavorting around the forest in the dead of night, causing a ruckus?" "Oh, Major, you don't know how pleased I am to see you. I need your help." "And this can't wait until a civilized hour?" "I'm afraid it can't. I'm not the one instigating this. I've been getting messages from an anonymous source asking me to follow them into the forest. Look, they've left this trail." "What?" Calendula martima, marigolds, herb of the sun. They're said to represent creativity, though some believe them to be symbols of cruelty and grief." Okay. Your knowledge is always so impressive, but I have to say on this occasion, it's not very comforting. Floofy Butt goes striding off with purpose. "Come along then, Rain. Are we going to follow this trail or not? At least I have someone with me now." I shuffle awkwardly behind him. "Before the sun comes up, eh?" We continue on for a short while and notice that the petals are getting more sparse. It's becoming more difficult to see them until eventually they seem to run out and we find ourselves at a small clearing. Please tell me this isn't taking us to the danger zone. Well, it appears somebody has been playing a joke on you, Rain. I sadly agree. This has been nothing but a wild goose chase. Or a wild cat chase! That was bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Aw, it looks so sad. Seems so, Major. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Let's get back to our beds before we waste any more precious snooze time on this fool. I turn to Floofy Butt and notice that his back is arched and fur is puffed up, making him look even more floofy than usual. Something wrong, Major? You tell me, human. Does that pile of rocks look suspicious to you? Amongst a myriad of rock piles, I notice a small, contrived-looking cairn. Floofy Butt's right. It looks far from natural. That looks to me like it's asking to be inspected, Major. Well, get to it, Rain. You're the one with the thumbs. Thanks. I begin to dismantle the small mound, rock by rock. It's not until the foundation stone is removed that we find a manila envelope. Major, look, it's a letter. Looks rather large for a letter, my dear. I think you ought to open it. Here or back at base? Having got you this far, I think it's only fair that I have equal share of the spoils. Spoils? Yes, perhaps we should look right now, Major. As I'm speaking, I've torn into the envelope. Well, out with it. It looks like drawings? What sort of drawings? I'm not sure, but they look quite old. Antique, even. But do they have value, human? Probably, to someone. They appear to be sketches of people here on the island, but I don't recognize anyone. Maybe they're the people who have been turned into cats. Why would someone lead me to these? How do you know you were meant to find them? Because we followed a trail and it led us here. Actually, the trail ended a while back. This could be a mere coincidence. I hardly see the intrigue in a few old scribbles. They show no artistic flair at all. Even so, I'm going to hang on to these to see if they prove relevant to whatever mystery is unfolding here on the island. Floofybutt rolls his eyes. You really ought to focus more on the clues that matter instead of running around in the middle of the night on a wild goose chase. Let's head back before anybody discovers you're missing. I roll the drawings up and tuck them into my waistband. I will study them when I have more time. I think Floofybutt is probably right, but I don't want to miss a trick. Get some rest now, Rain. Okay. Finally, a sensible suggestion. Why did he get murdered? I head after Floofybutt, struggling to keep up. I really need some sleep. That was weird. Okay, I can do one more thing today. A little more romance? You're looking a little tired. You only have one heart remaining. If you choose to continue, it could have negative consequences. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll rest. Sure. Get a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. Nice. Your energy has been restored. Magic of biology. That's how sleeping works. Alright, and with that nap, I think I'll go take one as well. Actually, I'm gonna go do dishes. Like an adult. But the video's over. So we got to learn that Snooty Booty is snooty and likes coconuts and needs to learn how to do stuff for herself. That's gonna be my goal. Teach Snooty Booty to be a little less snooty. Then she'll just be Booty. That's an awful name for a cat. But the weird messages, like, where are those coming from? I'm wondering if the messages are coming from someone who is in the same situation that I am. Maybe they still know how to send messages. Like one of the people who was there on the research team who got turned into a cat, and they still have like their catalog because it would still be on the same network, I guess. So maybe they're trying to help me, and the sketches that were left for me, I would assume, are maybe all of the people who have been turned into cats. But how I would recognize that those people are now cats and that they're the same person, I don't know. But maybe you could be like, hey, Professor, what are these drawings? Do you know these people? And you'd be like, well, actually, everyone's been getting turned into cats. I wonder if he knows about it. Because they seem like... Because they this has happened to other people, and the cats know that. So wouldn't the professor at least know that people have gone missing? What if he's making them go missing for experiments? What if? I don't trust him. It's... The thing said not to trust everyone. Be careful who you trust. I bet I shouldn't trust him. I'm not gonna trust anyone. I don't trust anyone. Don't trust the coconuts either. But thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I hope we meet again. Farewell!